right. So again, this is Shay Seeking, and we're back. And this is Not Your Mama's Bible Study. I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. You can join us on Facebook in the group American Aborigines Unchained for more information that is alternative, past, present, and future. Not just by me, but others. And then you can also join me where? Oh, on Facebook under Shay Seeking, Instagram Shay_Seeking, and here on YouTube, where this video is probably going to go, maybe not, at American Empress Unchained. Okay. So again, these are other cards that I had laying out. Again, more of a playful deck. I actually bought this deck for my daughter, right? But I ended up liking it a lot, and so it's been with me for a long time now. And I'm not going to read the full description of these. We're just going to go ahead and look through some of these cards that have been leading me, right, to insight here. These are just oracle cards, okay? And this one here, autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope, right? So again, this makes me think about, and we got a 6 up there, right? So this makes me think about, again, autumn. Let's see, okay. Lost and lonely, this fragile little being has the apple of life. Damn, we still got the apple over here. And the wisdom, she has hope, although it is fading fast. This lovely little fairy is all buttoned up against the cold, and the bleak autumn landscape offers no warmth or comfort. Okay. But she's hopeful. We're just going to breeze through here. She can save the seeds from her feast and plant them in the warming ground. Okay. And again, this is making me think about what it says. She need never go hungry again. And the reward of this act will continue far into the future, far beyond her lifetime. Well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, one of my daughters' name is Autumn, right? But I think that this is, like I just said, me planting the seeds for, you know what I'm saying, for my children. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. All right. So we got the grumpy red fairy. Be true to yourself. And that's the only person that I need to be worried about right now is being true to is myself. Okay. Again, and whatever counterpart, again, it's always confusion there. But I know, I have faith that there is someone, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, it is who, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm at the point in my life where I don't want nobody choosing nothing for me. I already know what I want. If that entity is tied up or don't want me, or whatever tied them up is not legit, then I'm going to get it back. And that's just what it is. All right. So it says the grumpy red fairy is tired of being judged by people. Busy sticking noses in her business, declaring she doesn't look happy enough or say that she should look and act and dress another way. She's very cross because it's tiring walking down the street or into school or around teachers or parents or friends and classmates who evaluate her. It is true that she's quirky and punky, and she even smiles unless she never smiles unless she truly wishes to, right? Sarah's smile. It says she's often silent and can feel very out of sorts, but she never disruptive or unkind or cruel. She just knows it's time to be real and not to fall into the trap of faking a smile. She rather frown till she giggles. Okay? I just want to be me and be free. And it's funny how it just said free Jerusalem here, without everyone giving me an opinion. I like being different. I won't be changing unless I want to. I don't need a change to fit in. I only need to be true to me. And the people who think I should be smiling or wearing a pretty dress and that I should stop messing my hair, they can just deal with it. Some folks, dang, just why was I just thinking folks? Oh, alien folks. Okay. All right. Do gasp at tattoos, piercings, black clothes, But guess what? Some of the world's scariest looking people are the kindest and sweetest inside. You two are fiery, playful, defiant, and lots of fun. Be you. Be rebellious. Even. Who's to say how you should look or behave? Conformist. That's who. Let's burst their boring bubble and go wild. Again, that's what we do up over here. Notice she got them red streaks in her hair. So again, it's reminding me of even that Harley Quinn energy, right? So again, we have I am Kali, okay? From death comes rebirth. Again, that I do feel like that is something that I've gone through again. And I also feel like there is a masculine energy too that has gone through some type of a rebirth several times possibly, but I think as of lately within this past week or so, okay? Kali is a blue-skinned Hindu goddess, which again, the blue skin, also I was looking at Set and Osiris's story last night and the green skin. Like for me, even a sense of thinking that there was like a, I don't know, like I'll be looking at like my skin color sometimes when I do my makeup. I'm like, why do I look green? But I do feel like we're talking about a masculine energy or at least another feminine energy. But, you know, like I said, I do feel like, again, that energy of, let's see. That people are reversing roles. And trying to take people, stand in people's, you know, that's what I think. I really do think that. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Something made me just look up Seth. Also known as Seth. Okay. Ain't Seth red hair though? I don't know. And Sutek. Make me think about the Sioux Indians. Was the Egyptian god of war, chaos, and storms, brother of Osiris, Isis, and Horus, an elder. No, that's Ptah, that's green, I think. Horus and the elder. The uncle to Horus is the younger. The uncle. So this is giving me some Uncle Scar energy here. Right? Because again, I see myself sometimes in Horus energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just don't know. It's a lot that goes with it again, because I feel like I'm just a individual that is in I don't know. I embody a lot of these energies for some reason. And it may be just for what I do, being an oracle and being able to tap into that energy, right? Okay. And brother, husband to Nephthys or Nephthys. His other consort was the goddess Tawaret, okay, a hippo-headed deity who presided over fertility and childbirth, okay. Let's see. But anyways, Kali's blue skin, you know, sometimes reminds me of, like I said, that kind of energy. Yes, Osiris, okay. He is the god of death and rebirth. And wasn't the child Anubis? I'm not sure. But again, the Anubis energy also reminds me of Apollyon, Abaddon, because I do think that, like I said, there is positive and negative to that energy. I think it depends. Right? Remember the tail? It also made me think about a dark night for some reason. Okay? All right? So again, blue skin Hindu goddess of birth, death, and rebirth. Here she represents the destruction phase of this natural cycle. And it is her role to clear away all that is no longer needed, period. Okay? Dancing with the sword to cut off the heads of those who do not heed the necessities of moving through the natural cycles, period. Okay? So again, I'm a dancer who moves through the fire, who welds my sword and severs the cord of energy, that entangles you, and who is not afraid of death that needs to happen. Every act of destruction is an act of creation. And this is no act of pointless destruction and brutality. So again, my thing is, again, when I walk that line and I do have to go into something that I'm unsure of, and it may be some kind of death and rebirth in the physical or something, just leaving this plane in general, I need to make sure I'm in the right hands. You know what I'm saying? Even though, of course, nobody want to leave, right? But I'm saying I'm not about to be just going out with any old, just like I'm not about to be just mounted by any old energies. I can't do that no more. If that's what's been done, again, a lot of things happen in your youth or whatever, growing up. And again, I think I am a young soul, but also an old one, right? Young at heart, but then in the mind, I'm old. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I just see it, okay? So again, we have the mildew fairy, okay? And I did start cleaning up yesterday or the day before. I'm cleaning up my area, and it wasn't no mildew down there, but I mean, it was really damp. I had to go ahead and put in my craft room. I haven't been down there in a long time. I call it the lab though sometimes, because that's where I used to cook up things. Back in the day, it seems, but anyways, like the work like this, okay. All right, so something just look like they are yucky, but they are not. They're very good things, and they can be powerful and helpful when used in the right way. So if the mildew fairy turns up in the reading, it's time to check out what could be profoundly useful to you, which you've dismissed. Again, and that's why I think I'm picking up my creativity and my crafts and putting all this energy that I have back into my businesses like I was doing before. Okay, so we have Amara the Menehu, and it says the aloha healing. Again, this reminds me of my grandmother, right? About Amara and Menehu. I don't know, Menehune. The halls of Mene, I don't know. Amara, okay, represents the spirit of the tropics. She is warm, sensual, sweet, and laden with gifts for you. She eats fruit and flowers and dances and sings songs of her ancestors. She is laughter and fresh flowing water and hope and warmth. She is at home in her world outside, in the world outside, in nature filled with the sound of dolphins and musical waterfalls and a song of warm breeze. Okay, we're not going to read the whole thing. We'll just go ahead because there's a couple of these, right? And then we have the shallow grave, right? And this is what we're about to be crawling up out of if we even in there, okay? I don't even think they put the dirt on yet, but we'll see. But again, you miss someone, and I do. This beautiful young woman is missing someone deeply, and she knows perhaps for the first time what it is to lose someone. And again, this does make me feel like that. And again, whether it's a connection, right, because of whatever matters, or rather it's something else. I just have this feeling. And it did have me up, really upset last night. It did. It feels like physical ache, and our heartbreak can indeed be broken. Our hearts can indeed be broken because we humans have the capacity to connect like no others in the universe. We love, and we love so deeply that love can continue even when the form we loved is no longer with us. If you have received this card in your reading, it's time to acknowledge just how deeply you have yearned for someone's return and how much that person's loss has affected you. And this goes back to this whole journey that I've been on. I feel like somebody that I love very much and love me very much have been guiding me. I'm just confused because I feel like, again, the person is back, but are they? You know what I'm saying? And then I just think, like, is this just, again, like a bait or something? Did someone go really that deep in my Akashic to find that person in even the astral world, possibly, right? Because when I was young, I used to have these dreams, right? I used to have these dreams, like, and sometimes they were like dreams. They were so real, though. Like, we would wake up, like, me, my sisters, and my cousin would be hanging out or whatever, and we used to all spend the night at each other's house all the time. And we couldn't wake up. They couldn't wait to wake up in the morning, some mornings on, like, Saturday, where I would tell them about the dreams that I had. And back then, it was like, girl dreams about, pop star, what I'm saying? Stuff like that, like an adventure or something we went on or something like that. And, it was just, yeah, but I don't have those kind of dreams no more. But, I don't know. I don't know why I feel like I said, I feel like it has something to do with that. Lady with a botched egg. But I think that, again, that energy is hurting so bad because I feel like that's the energy that's gone. And, like, even here when it says something about Zion was taken away 11 years, like I said, there's something about this 11 years, 8 months, 4 years, 6 years. There's something. Maybe that's why that 6 was there. There's something again, but where it's whatever it has been blocked. Some of it has been blocked from me, but it's coming back to me, and it's almost like this is my personal angel that's here guiding me, and they're sending other people in the likeness of, right. But I think that those people are not the same, and like it causes strife or disconnect, right. Lady with a Bosch, what is this? A Bosch egg? What, I didn't call it a brochet. What is the? I don't know. Okay, right. It says ancient wisdom, right? All right, and it says the lady with the. What is these eggs called? Hold on. I don't want to keep saying it wrong. It's gonna bother me. Y'all, okay, I'm doing it.
Hieronymus Bosch. Dutch.
Bosch.
Hieronymus Bosch. Hieronymus.
Okay, so Bosch. Okay, so again, the lady with the Bosch egg is the one in this lifetime who has been chosen to keep safe, and someone sometimes. What? Hold on, I'm recording something. I'm recording. Okay? Do not come past that wall. What? If it's something personal, don't say it. But what do you want to say? Don't come past the wall, I said. What? Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll go in a little while. Yes, we'll go in a little while. Watch out. Okay? All right, and then again, it's funny that we're talking about this because it's sometimes keep secret. Deep esoteric knowledge throughout history, most troubled times. There have always been courageous beings ensuring that sacred knowledge is kept alive. Okay, even though the world may burn. This make me think about the world on fire, or this girl on fire. And the disasters befall humanity and the wars take down cities, there will always be those brave souls who will take the knowledge and represented by the Bosch egg, and again camouflage it and keep it safe so that at a later time when the world is finally ready, we can all learn. Well, again, hey, I can resonate with that. All right. So again, it says and I showed it to you. Okay, so this one is 33, and it's the dress of alchemy. Release your power. Okay, and she is mad. She fed up. If I was a queen, this is exactly how I'd be dressed. Well, again, we just do it vintage style over here. Okay, because I'm always in a dress or a skirt. All right. Yeah, she got those peacock feathers behind her. You know, she got, the sun or something. She got a double-headed swan in that jar. All right. So again, release the power. You have a powerful energy. When this beautiful being shows up in your reading, you have strong, powerful, vibrant energy that changes lives. And with that comes great responsibility. Some people may be eroding their own energy fields with blame, discontent, and choosing the same destructive pattern. That's what I'm saying about the stiff-necked people. Over and over again, when this being walks in, she shows that it is possible to change deeply and truly, and to become clear, bright, and strong, and healthy, and very powerful in terms of your energy. She understands that responsibility and has worked consistently with the great discipline and earnestness to be able to create it. And again, this is the thing that I hope people take from my platform anytime, any place, period. This is why I do it, because that's not just a message for me. So again, we have mend a broken heart. This is the kind of Harley Quinn energy. Again, she was, didn't seem like it, but she was, yearning for her man or whatever, right? But again, the way they treated her was wrong. And so again, how can you blame her for being the way she was, right? So 36, okay. healing from the heartache. Okay. And again, it's just like, what heartache is it? You know what I'm saying? Who's missing? You know, and I just, you know, I'm just so worried, I guess. Here she comes together to gather up your heart's sore pieces in place with sweet bandage on the place that is most wounded. And the one tender gesture does more to heal you than could 1,000 years of therapy. And again, that's why I'm right. It's time for small kindness to be received, for you to know that the little gifts of friendship and sweetness are often ones that will assist you most of the time. Again, and it can be a stranger. And just like me, just looking at the things that, you know, we did like on Hollyweird, governing forces and stuff like that, learning, again, looking at it as like a whole aspect of this is what they do. Right. And although it could be, that don't mean that everybody want to. And like I said, it always still was a thing for me that whatever is happening there is going to be happening here one day, or already is happening here, as above, so below, in that sense, that simple surface sense. Right. And so, again, you know, it made me feel, maybe that's what it was. It made me feel that, yes, whatever's going on with us down here on the bottom, in the bottom sectors of the caste or class is horrible. But it must be because it's also happening at the top and it trickles down. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing. Source didn't put me on this path of speaking things into, speaking truths about certain things that were hidden. The dismantling, this dis-ease that came, all these things. I'm not saying it's me that did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that even if it came through me, it's not me that should be to blame. But I feel like society took it into their hands to try to crucify or try to harm or try to, again, vilify the energy that I possess, right? Maybe out of fear, right? Again, is it a fear that they thought that this goddess or God or this energy was coming to destroy those particular people? Okay, whatever you want to say, okay? Different groups, right? And some of these agendas and things like that. And I think that was just like the judgment that I was possibly giving. Again, the way that I think that they flipped the script and tried to judge me in a sense and exploit me and do things in my personal. But again, my thing was never against the people in general. It was about the agenda or the construct or the system, right? Mass manipulation, right? And breaking down those walls or those barriers, which I think we were talking about in this Keeper in the Gods too sometimes, right? So again, excuse me. Again, they can look at it and say, oh, it's nothing personal, it's business, but ain't nobody getting paid over here, like I said. And that's cool. But I'm just saying, you don't sit there and try to, you know, talk about somebody or whatever. Especially people, you know what I'm saying, you rubbing it in. You know, some of these people know that they've taken, right? And then you want to laugh about somebody not having. Well, we'll see how funny it is when it's replaced, okay? So healing from heartache, we just did that one, all right? And then I want to there's two more here, okay? And this one fell out last night when I was putting the cards away. But I was sitting there staring at me the other day while I was doing the another another video, right? And it says, a time for spirit. You may love your guilt-free rants, staying up too late and happily behaving badly, but you're about to balance all that out with some very powerful new spiritual teachings and connections. And I feel like that's what it is. I feel like even though this is going on right now, and I feel like this message, you know, maybe it was supposed to be secret, but maybe this will show people like quit playing. You know what I'm saying? So again, I feel like these last couple videos, you know, it's just, it rounds it up and it says it all. So again, if nobody don't get it from that, then that's what it is. But I'm about to take me some time and focus on what I need to do around here. Okay. Because I got moves that's going to be having to be made real soon around here. All right. So, you know, I feel like it's safe, but it's not safe anymore. Right. All right. So about the pink lotus flower, you may love your. Okay. So we did that part. It says you are to meet a wise one who seems very still, very slow, and very peaceful. She will be tranquil and serene and emerge in a path until now has felt too slow or foreign for you. All right. But this teacher, okay, the pink lotus lady, will assist you, okay, in finding more of your soul's true wisdom, okay? And then we have this one more, 44, the fairy of the green world. The natural world needs you. The natural world needs us. And that's what I'm saying. Instead of crying about who gifts is coming in or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is a judgment. It's a sense of suffering going to be coming, the plagues and things. It is written. So again, just because it didn't happen or it's not being, pushed forward or whatever doesn't mean anything. And again, for the past couple of years, again, we've been talking stocking up. My stock is getting low downstairs. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't even know what I'm about to be doing, where I'm about to be. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's like, just even if I can't, that don't mean that I should not, or even if I'm not doing it, or I can't, or whatever it would be, that don't mean that I should not tell other people to do so. And like I said, I think it's just that time. I feel like whatever we trying to do here, you know what I'm saying? We can do things, but it ain't got to be all what they hyping it up to be and cost as much as they saying. You know what I'm saying? That's just going to get us in debt. And I'm telling you, it just feels like a generational curse again, if it's accepted that way. And I feel like, again, so what? America, we ain't never had to really suffer really for nothing. We suffering by letting a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying, come in unvetted. I don't believe they're being vetted enough, right? And the numbers, because of the numbers that are coming across, right? So again, at this point in time, we know that this is the point in time when those people are going to be set up with financial assistance from governing forces and grants and things like that, and you won't be having them. You are the portion. You are the elders or whatever here, the ones that should be allotted land and trust and these things right here. Your gifts that you were supposed to receive, possibly your positions of power that you were supposed to be moving into, you know what I'm saying, after this time. And that's what I'm saying. People think I'm only talking about myself, but I know what I would be doing within the kingdom and how I would be setting it up. And it's those that would be worthy, upright, and righteous that would be performing. It ain't even nothing about draining this. If it was me, I'd be cutting it back. We'd be going to the 10 Commandments. We don't need to bring nothing up in here. What you could do is order from people that's already here locally. And you can order from businesses and people that you deal with, or, you know what I'm saying? We have people here that have merchandise. You know what I'm saying? We have, whether they're now a lot of, I feel like a lot of celebs have turned to entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? They know how to do these things. You know what I'm saying? They know how to operate in those type of, so what I'm saying is it is a point where it's just like, if ain't nobody going to accept it, then hey, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had to ask to do another so-called Black Wall Street. But it takes that support. And it doesn't have to just be about a color. Let's make it about America. Let's make it about buying and selling and trading and bartering with fellow Americans. We can do you know how many people here make stuff? Why are we crying about gifts? You still have Etsy, you have eBay, you have all these other things. People have stuff laying around their house. People have things. The thrift store. This is what I'm saying. I just don't. For me, if and this is just the spiritual sense of it, that I feel like we're going to be going into some kind of something, and this is going to be signing the soul of America back up for something. I don't know all about economics and trade and all this other stuff like that, or the mercantile industry, but when it comes to merchants, right? But all I do know how to run a business, right? I've had a store before, and I've always had small businesses online. So again, I feel like people can band together. I think that if we don't get stuff coming in from, there's enough stuff here. There's enough stuff here. I got a lot of stuff. I excuse me, use it for, the business purposes, but I have, I got a lot of stuff to make stuff, craft room full of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, to use that stuff that I think we just read something in one of these messages about that, using what we have. You know what I'm saying? Instead of complaining about what's coming into the stores, do you want that damn food anyways? Because if you look at what the FDA said about the food, who really want that anyway? Who really want ground beef with plastic and rice made out of plastic? I'm just saying, maybe it's time, like I said, America been on something, right? You can't just do what you want to do, just like I can't do what I want to do and just get away with it and not change. You cannot try to push these agendas on people anymore. It's just, you just can't, you're not allowed to do it anymore. You're not allowed to perform. Your way has not been working. U.S. It has not. It has not been working fairly for everyone. And it has been making so many other nations rich and not us. The little green fairy signifies the embodiment of life force in the green world. She is seen to tending to plants that are drooping, too moist, too dry. She is like a nurse or healer assigned to the plant realm. Great forest from small personal gardens alike. She is joyful every time someone gives energy to this realm. Every little bit helps nature nurture the plants, which are very tired. Again, this is, and I look at us like this too, as plants or whatever. But again, for me, this is almost like a stab in the back, though. Like the natural world needs me. And see, she even looked like she holding back her power a little bit, right? She's letting them know, stop with me, right? But but I hold the power, and I'll give it when I need, right? But the whole thing is, it's too late. It's too late unless what I'm doing with the severing these ties that I didn't even know were there is working. They already are tapping in. So again, whether I tell you it or not, they know I know it. So it puts me at risk anyway. So I might as well just say everything that I'm thinking and say everything the true way, because they're going to try to take it and turn it around and make it into a story of their own. They're watching and listening and recording and everything down into heavens anyway, right? All right. So again, when I'm tired, I think the spiritual world assists me. When they tired, they come to me. And they act like they don't know me. And they act like they didn't get it from me. But then they get greedy and they want more and more and more. And then they go ahead and start taking and putting their hands on stuff that don't belong to them. And that's when we talk about in the book of Enoch that it was the things that their hands did that got them in trouble. It's not because of a masculine. It's not because of this and that and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Who could ever be mad at another month when I know what I got to offer? You crazy. You out of your mind. And any of these females, again, although they may be beautiful as well, I feel like it don't matter. And that's just me. Ain't got nothing on me and what I can do with my full potential and power. Period. It just ain't never. Like nobody that had been brought to my attention or anything. And then I'm not taking nothing away from them. Yeah, they might be hustlers and they might be doing this and that. But again, it just really, to me, I'm just me. Just like they them. Just like they them, right? And I ain't got nothing to prove. I ain't about to be chasing nobody, none of that, all right? So it says, I feel the way I feel, and that's just the way it is. I can dress up, I can dress down. I'm just me. I'm just me. I'm just really full of a lot of things. A lot of people look at me as a comedian. I'm cool, collective. I can get crazy. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me. I'm just a mixture of lots of things. You know, I'm lucky to have myself, you know what I'm saying? And the guides and the angels and ancestors, you know what I'm saying? And Elohim, you know, like I said, even though sometimes I feel like I get a little bit more in trouble than everybody else, but I guess it's just more expected from me. So, you know what I'm saying? That I can't just do everything everybody else do. And I think that's how some of the idols and succubus energy try to get in and use me to take me to the measures that they are going to. Right? And again, I'm not gonna do it. All right. So again, we already did this part. Okay. So it says, all right. So Solomon greatly loved the daughter, right, of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Okay, whose name was Mekshara. I don't know. And he brought her into his house, which he had made, and the roof thereof, there was figures. Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. All right. So again, this is what I'm talking about, that projective energy, or sometimes I do things, don't realize it, but then, you know, it shows me that there's some kind of tie there. Hold on one second. Is this the one? Oh no, maybe this ain't the phone. Hold on. Yeah, maybe this ain't the phone. Okay, that's not the phone. Okay, anyways, yeah, in the roof there, thereof there were figures of the sun, moon, and stars, and it was illuminated by night and brightly as the day. Its beams were made of brass, and its roof of silver, and the floor was blocks of sapphire stone and sardis. Hold on. See, this is why I got these cards out here. Hold on. I was going to put them back in the deck, y'all. I really was. Black and white. Sardis is like a red, or I mean, it might be darker red than that. But I mean, the flowers are kind of a dark red. But, you know, not saying that that's it. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, I just thought that was strange because the black and white checkerboard and the red, you know. Okay. I'm almost done. I really am. Okay. And the roof of silver. Okay. Well, I mean, these are silver pillars. What? Okay, it's not going to be right now, though. Okay? Yeah, so we can't see the roof or anything like that, but I'm just saying, okay? And the floor was of blocks of sapphire stone and sardis, and the walls of lead, of red and black stones, okay? He used to go and dwell there throughout his love, through his love for his house. Okay, so again, that could be the house, like the group, like the house of whatever would be a collective something, right? Okay, and for his wife Makshara, the daughter of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Queen Makshara possessed certain idols, right? And I'm just thinking she was one herself. Okay. Kind of how I look at it sometimes. Or maybe not, but maybe, again, when it's saying the Queen of Sheba, but I thought Sheba was the Queen of Sheba. So is the Queen of Sheba not in her right position, and she's been brought down to a lower level position in her own kingdom? And then now this person that this is in that position? Because that's where it came in with this particular energy. I'm telling you, this is real. Because we're dealing with this stuff that's on this realm, you know what I'm saying? And in this dimension too, right? So I know the energy came to me speaking about this energy. Did I know that this was talking about to replace me with this energy, right? This just, and that's why I'm saying being careful about. But it just irritates me because I like to be in my head sometimes. I like to think, but it irritates me that somebody has access or is having or penetrating or having access to my thoughts as I go, because that gives them the benefit to also let these women in to figure out what's going on in my head so that they can always keep on having a step on me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, again, we're in that sit in the dark, I see your witchcraft energy right now with some of these females. Okay, so again, she possessed certain idols which her father had given her, okay, to bow down before, okay. It's like I'm getting with a real Slim Shady, please stand up, right? Okay, and because when Solomon saw her sacrificing to them and worshiping them, he did not rebuke her for her on. Or forsake her. So again, this is making me think, me going back into doing these cards. People are salty. Somebody want to get rid of me because I'm about to spill the truth about what's really going on with this energy and who the real energies are. All right. So again, and maybe they just love this person that much that this is what they're willing to do. Okay. So again, rather this is the person, this is someone filling in for that position. Who knows? Like I said. Okay. So again, was wroth with him and made him forget his wisdom. Okay. So again. All right. So again, this kind of seems like God taking back the power that was given to someone because they were They were using it, and they were letting these queens and these false entities in on her energy. I can't see it no other way, because it's exactly what I see and sense and know is going on with me. And while everybody else is way ahead when it comes to views or numbers or things like that, the noose is around my neck, right? And I think things are coming apart, though. I think it's being released now. But again, if it weren't for me fighting back and speaking and talking when they tell me not to, then I don't think it would ever happen. But she multiplied her sacrifices and her worship, okay? And this just make me think also about, people trying to get in where they don't fit in, right? So again, it may not even be these were idols. Maybe these were the real deal, and she was the idol. I'm just looking at this in two different ways, okay? And then the whole thing about this is taking in the doubling up on that energy, right? Makes me think that this is people that are, again, what did it say? Sacrifices in her worship. Also her folly according to the stupidity of the Egyptians, right? And all people of her house, okay, worship the statues and learn the foolish service of idols. And again, I look at this too, because I have things here in my house, right? I have a couple things here on my little thing here, right? A couple of stones and statues or whatever, right? But the whole thing I look as a difference is some of these people know what they're doing. They have rituals and books and all these other things, and they're sitting there doing all of these things and all this casting, all this spell work, right? Where again, I don't cast anything out. I don't worship these energies. I just look at their storylines, and I look at the stories that come with them, and they also help, because we are just humans, like I said, on this plane right now. And again, people are going to try to make it seem like more than what it is or whatever. But again, I have that authority. Maybe everybody don't have that authority. I feel I have that authority. I feel like because I'm embodying a certain energy that I can tap into that. And it naturally happens to me, actually. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just think that is just a natural thing. I don't know. It's like controlling it's in a sense, once you know, right? But when you're letting other people come in and also projecting, it can make you lose your focus, right? Okay. So again, but these people are doing foolish services to the idols. I just look to the information that's being said about them because I'm a researcher. I'm a studier. I'm a detective of the story. This is what I do. It's just something I've been doing for years, and this is just what I do. I said, this is what I came to do. This is what I'm going to do, and that's what it is. And the information, just how I'm doing it, like even on the surface or going deeper, it breaks down and it makes this information that we've been given over time look foolish. That's just it. All right. That's what it is. And you're somebody that talk like das and this sometimes, yeah. And sometimes I can say, yes, we were, yes, mm-hmm. But again, that's me. Depends on what mood I'm in, how I'm dressing. Depends on what mood I'm in, okay? So again, enjoy the pleasure of their ignorance. They worship with the daughter of Pharaoh, and the children of Israel joined themselves unto the woman and her handmaids in the worship of idols. So again, this makes me think about, again, me tapping into the energy and me also researching these things. There's nothing like worship. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't do all that extra. I just don't. It don't work. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe that's why I'm in the situation I'm in sometimes with attacks. But although people attack and throw these knives, I'm still getting up, kicking, moving, fighting, throwing blows with my back against the wall, 10 toes down, whatever the hell it need to be for that day. I'm still doing it, right? Fighting back the tears, letting them out, whatever it is, right? So again, but I know one thing, I don't deceive people. I've never done no evil thing to try to get back at nobody like this. And what I've gone through for this past year, it has changed me. It has changed me. It has molded me. It has formed me. I am here. Okay. So it says Solomon himself, and I know it's some foul stuff that they done did. Real foul. And again, this is my notebook right here of some of the earliest things I was writing about this whole thing that was happening to me. And these names of these people that I thought were good people, and I found out a lot of those people were not. Just it. And then after people get access or the tie that binds, right? Or they touch the coattail, then, they go crazy. All right. Solomon himself is found pleasuring hearing the folly. And when she saw that he loved her and held his peace and asked many questions about the gods of, this is gods with the little g, of the Egyptians, she made herself exceedingly agreeable to him. And she spoke to him in a honey words and tender speech of the woman and the sweet smile that goes with the doings of an evil deed. Okay. Right. So again, this makes me think about some energy that I came in contact with recently. Okay. And it says with the turning of the face and the assumption of look or good intent. But I'm thinking like, dang, these is kind of like the features and stuff that I use when I'm doing my videos. Then it made me have to go ahead and look at, that's when I started looking at the Egyptian stuff and looking at the whole Isis and Nephti energy, and then Osiris, and so it did the 4 children or whatever. So it made me think about that. It really did, right? But it almost made me seem like, somebody was just brought into something. I don't know. It just makes me think about something. Okay, but again, this is what I'm saying about the mocking or the whole attachment, but it's to make, if someone has a louder voice or a bigger platform, is to make that person look some kind of way. And like, if you see me doing it, that I'm not doing, but I've been doing it longer than all of them. You get it? All right. All of the ones that I see. And I don't get to look into their personal lives and their personal information and documents and stuff like that. Like, I feel like these people have access. Okay. All right. So it said assumption of a look and good intent and with the nodding of the head. Why was that? Something about some knees or something. I just be scared. Y'all, I'm telling you, the reason why I can't sleep at night lately is because I just been trying to protect my energy. I just feel like it just be some stuff at night. You know what I'm saying? But I think that, like, for me, it's just different. Like I said, I feel like, I be like worried that somebody is coming doing something to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. And feminine or male, you know what I'm saying? It's this feeling, man. But I think whatever they're doing, trying to project the energy that they do in this realm on me, in my sleep realm. Do you get what I'm saying? I need some chapstick. Carmex. Okay, maybe in a minute. Okay. So again, that's what I feel, man. So I think they enjoy doing that. With actions of this kind, she causes his heart to turn away from God. That's why God was mad. God wasn't jealous because of no females, especially if we talking about a feminine goddess or a god. No. Could you imagine? Even if it was a male god, could have anybody, I guess. So why would they be jealous? So again, if these males can have any, then why do they keep coming back here then? And then again, I feel like the more energy and the more they take and the more stronger their idols get, the more they walk away from me. And then, they think they got what they got. But then again, it feels like people always got to come back because they're dealing with artificial intelligence. It's not them. It's not the real them 100%. It's not. They got it from somewhere. All right. All right. So again, turn Solomon away from his God. Ain't that something? So even if Solomon was coming in, as if, Solomon was going to be with that queen, right? Or maybe have that queen as one of his servants or maid or handmaid or whatever, right? Then it seemed like, again, maybe there was barren, right? Or it was dry, right? And so then, then maybe because of other things, selfish reasons or other reasons, the real empress was put under the bus. And she was actually the fertile, abundant one that they both were feeding off of. I'm just wondering if that's the case. All right. I'm just wondering if that's the case. Because I'm telling you now, if we dealing with something like that, It's a problem. And then to make it seem like somebody is bad or a bad person or don't want to take care of their children or something like that. Were you serious? Are you serious? You remember in Lucifer when Amenadale was about to take the therapist's baby? Remember that? And I think that again, some of these masculine energies are projecting that on me I think children, like I said, this could be in another lifetime in the future. This could be projecting something on me about children in this realm, in the 3D and another one. But I feel like these other women are touching, and I'm not saying in a bad way, but you got, like I'm the type of person. And I think that's what it meant about that tree or don't touch it, because I can sense this shit. You know why? You know why? It's these kind of like third party situations or these other situations. And like I told you, we ain't came here for that. I ain't came here like who I am to go sit nowhere beneath no other hoe. It ain't even gonna happen for me. And the fact that a God, or anybody else can sit here and see the things that these women have done to me and all this other stuff going on, and you think that I'm not allowed to speak my piece and say what I have to say, and that's the thing about me. That's the thing about me. Nah, like whatever. If it got to be something for me, it had to be something for me. But I don't work like that, dude. Nah, you're not gonna just take from me or broken promises and stuff, and nah. Like, and that's the case. It's just because, again, I feel like this is something that is mine, that nobody can take it away. All you can do is try to switch over my energy or swap my energy, or somebody else can try to stand in my skin. They spending my money. They sitting in my shit. That's what I'm talking about. They holding my babies. While they sit there and talk about how fat I am. When this weight is newly weight from this year, more than likely that these past couple months actually that have been going on, because I feel like, again, things are going on that's not being seen. I sense things that are seen and unseen, or I use my senses when it comes to them. So again, caused them to turn away from God. And she enticed him to do evil, him to the evil of her work, wishing to drag him down into the folly and the foolish service of idols. And as the deep, and again, I think this has to do with the whole so-called woke community and the so-called spiritual community when it comes to people that's doing work. Some of these people is not your friends. Some of these people that's doing these readings and this work are getting paid to do so. They switch, they flip-flop, they see things this way and then that way. And again, a lot of these people, again, I wouldn't doubt if it has something to do with the Antichrist energy, which is a movement, not a person. It's a movement. So again, the 200 million would be a lot of damn people. It would be turning a lot of people against one individual or one entity, because the world has been stealing and raping and pillaging, especially from that one person. And they would rather split up the things that are due to that person after that 400 years than to pay it back, or to admit they were wrong and do it the right way. That's why I'm here. All right. So again, into folly and foolish service of idols, as the deep sea draweth down into the depth, the man who cannot swim until the water overwhelms him, and destroys his life. Even do that. This could be talking about maritime energy or foreign energy. Even so did that woman wish to submerge Solomon the king. And that's not what I don't want to submerge nobody. What I want to do is get my head above the water. I'm wading in the damn water. You know what I'm saying? So people can try to take that and turn it around. If it's jealousy or something, you out of your mind. I feel like I'm worth getting whatever and whoever I want in this. And if they don't, you know what I'm saying? And if that connection is not working out, I know that I'll find somebody else that's going to be a companion or a friend or whatever the relationship is supposed to be. You out your mind. The Ark of the Covenant, the tabernacle of the law of God, and the Ark of Testimony, the Holy Ark, Zion, Lady Zion, the Ark of God, and thou shalt put the ark cover above the ark. And the ark, and a lot of these girls don't even, they swear that they don't even believe in God and they don't even read the Bible. So I'm just trying to figure out where we're at here. And I'm going to dedicate my time, my life, and I'm sitting here spitting all this stuff for these people so they can take it and use it to their advantage or against me. Are you really serious? Okay. And there I shall meet with thee, and I will speak with thee above the ark cover from between the two cherubim, which are upon the ark of the testimony, all things which I will give thee in commandment until the children of Israel. Okay, so again, this says this is Makeda, the Queen of Sheba. Okay, so again, is she the Queen of Sheba? And remember we seen that one thing with that antenna on the head, right? And then it made me think about all these kings and stuff like this with these crowns like this. You know, we got some stuff with Selassie and stuff like that. I think that have like those kind of metal crowns like this. Because again, this supposed to be an old story, but this is the picture of Queen Sheba. But we reading between the headlines, and she looked very familiar. She looked very familiar. And you know, me, even when I noticed that the familiar, and I forgot, no matter of fact, I mentioned it, but I forgot to post the picture up, right? I didn't know how I felt about it at the time, right? Because she looked real familiar, right? But this is not the queen. This is his idol. And look at this. It's almost like somebody is in there, you know what I'm saying, talking. When you see this stuff like this, yes, it looks nice, it looks regal and everything, but why closed? Why is the crown of the head closed off by these type of helmets or these type of things? And I'm not speaking bad about it at all. I'm not saying every single one that wore it, but I'm just wondering, what does this look uncomfortable as hell? So what was this really? Look at that picture real good. Look at this. What I tell you about old souls and old people. This is supposed to be Makeda, the Queen of Sheba, but I thought Sheba was the Queen of Sheba. And all we talk about is idolatry and skin succubus energy and all these other things. And it just hit me. It just hit me right this day when I'm reading this, what we're really saying here. Because although I seen the image, I didn't know what we were saying here. Now I know. I had to go through these things and see these people in real life in the 3D in order to see what was going on. And then there was something about Candace Owens, I think, that energy somewhere. Something about that energy in a masculine too. And the way they be talking, she was just on there talking something about, because I be wondering, that, we got people up there in positions. Are they just a shell? Are they really dealing with your energy? And that's why these people ain't really doing what they supposed to be doing? Because they really don't. A lot of these, I think Kamala is anti-Israel anyways. What I think. We did that video on Kali and the connections between her and that energy. Around the time when the insurrection and the things would happen to my platform. Candace. We did a video on her too. Just saying. Queen of the South called Balkis by the Arabs. So she was called that by the Arabs. That don't mean that who she was. Okay. All right. And again, because I think the kingdom has already been split. Upper Egypt, I think that's the Midwest in these areas. That's what we're in our Archer energy. And they in the South, parlaying, chilling. Right? Again, low vibrational, high. So it names a couple of verses here that you can read that have to do with this, right? All right. So again, this is making me think about something, like I said. But this is not the energy. This is an imposter, and they made sure to make a really big picture because they think people was not going to be unchained in the brain. They think people was not going to be able to read between the lines and see what was being said here. That this energy had possession over Solomon. And this is why Solomon forgot God. So why the hell would God be jealous or mad when God is God? Why? Why would she be mad? These are the very people that say that, God is a woman, but they try to place themselves above. And that's when that chapter when we said, who was the true one of Israel? And it said that there was no God before me. Okay. And then that's when we get this energy of someone saying, oh no, well, it was me. And I think that again, in this worldly realm, somebody did take and dress and prop and place that person in that energy, but it ain't theirs. And that's just all I got to say. All right. While it's written in my heart, they paying attention to what's going on with my heart and trying to break my heart and trying to take what it is. All right. So again, it's talking about the Western Wall or the Wailing Wall. The last remaining vestige of the Herodian temple in Jerusalem, second temple destroyed in 70 AD, which is probably like 1870 or something like that. Anyway, by the Roman legions under the general Titus, the second temple was inferior to the first Solomonic temple because of the absence of the Ark of the Covenant. Today, it is the center of the Jewish worship and lamentations and remembrance of Israel's glorious past and the rally point of those who look forward to rebuilding, making it better again. The Holy Temple, right? Fighting for the soul of America, make America great again, save America. Who we talking about? And while we talking about it, let's just do it. All right. The Holy Temple and the reestablishment of Israel's biblical grandeur. Okay. So again, this is showing a wall, but we keep on looking at that wall when it goes to the insurrection. We keep on looking at the wall that I got built up in front of me because all these people be trying to come and attack me in the political arena, all the way down. World leader, you wouldn't even. This is what I see. I'm talking probably on a first name basis. You understand what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Nobody won't know the truth to give to your children if I don't tell you how it is. And I'm not here to play no games. I'm here to tell you what it is and how it is. We'll see. We'll see if we see the certain people in the administration. It's funny how lately we've been seeing is images of them outside of the house. I'm wondering if people cannot even go there anymore. Certain people. Right? And what does it have to do with this Dogon? Because then while I'm reading that, I end up picking up the sacred symbols of the Dogon, right? And then this made me think about, we're going to read into it later, but this made me think about the whole thing about them bringing the tabernacle, or was it the tabernacle or the ark? It made me think about the pale fox, right? Too, because there was someone that was wearing something that was a pale fox. See, I pay attention to everything. And it was right after we talked about purple rain and Jesus in the middle of the thing or whatever. And then this person is wearing something like that. Right. And then later on, we're talking about the fox and the red fox. And then this person is wearing something like that. I mean, I'm just saying I be peeping. That's all I'm saying. And then they secretly come. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, is this motherfucker coming for me? And then the things that they was talking about in the video about, some things they have written down. And then certain things that they was talking about, let me know you got a little bit more access than I thought to me. I never even knew. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know you. But if you're talking about a community that you was in 4 years ago that I done already been one of the people that started it 10, 11 years ago, then what are we talking about? The same thing you was doing, I've been doing it for 10, 11 years. And I'm not even coming at nobody. So it was just shocking to me. It makes me really kind of hurt sometimes when I see this. Because people are not admitting the shadiness that's going on behind the scenes. They're not admitting that they have taps and they have wires and they have things that they're doing to go into invade on my privacy. And make me feel unsafe. I would be damn near shit in my community or within my actual area. You see what I'm saying? So come on, man. So again, are we talking Nephi and ISIS? And what did ISIS do to Nephi? I mean, we take some of these people and we put some of these deities and we put them in a certain position, but we don't look at the other story and we don't look at the other side of the story. And we don't try to see what could be flipped. And again, a lot of people is not having these real life visions and downloads and things like that either, so that they will be able to see. they're not having these instances happening in their life where they can see that these things playing out right in front of them. So I think that's it for now. My mouth is super dry and I need some chapstick. And we're going to just go ahead and stop there. And I'll come back with that second part later on. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. And again, what's the secret? Ain't no secret. Everybody know everything about me. I feel like they've been penetrating my information all the way to probed, you know what I'm saying, until you can't probe no more. And the more that I keep fighting, the deeper that they go. And I don't give a damn. Right? I ain't never murdered nobody. I ain't did nothing that damn bad. So it'll be all right. So I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and take care. Bye.